from the depths of darkness and his greatest loss emerges an intimate, candid, and raw story of a father's search for meaning in the face of grief and adversity, providing real-world application of indispensable traits and values that illuminate a pathway for becoming the best version of yourself. We all suffer in some manner, and no matter what happens or how it happens, we all must walk on in our lives.
I was 52 years old and I was completely broken, and I looked at Jake's little brother, Liam, and he was 11. And I thought, man, I'm crushed. How is he supposed to deal with this? And I knew that as broken as I was, I needed to help guide him out. So I dedicated the book to Liam. And one day I asked Liam to grab his buck knife and come outside with me. And he obliged, came out, and we walked across our property. And I had him carve off a swath of bark off a tree. And he did it, and he goes, now what? And I said, well, now we're going to watch this tree grow new bark. We're going to watch this tree heal. It's going to be different. It's going to look different. It's going to feel different. And just like this tree, you and I are going to do the same thing. And we're not going to be the same. I'm not going to lie to you. But we are going to walk out of this hell together. We can't control what happens to us in life, but we can always control what we do and feel about what happens to us. How many of you have ever wondered what gives your life meaning? Stopped what you were doing and asked, like, why am I here on this planet? Having a purpose behind the why is a universal craving, no matter the language we speak or the continent that we call home. And without a purpose, you're lost. Character isn't developed during times of ease or quiet or when you're on a 20-game winning streak. Rather, the soul is strengthened through the experience of adversity. See, the closer you stand to death, the more it can actually motivate you to feel alive. Your life is right now. It's not later. What does matter is that we see each other for who we are. It's about looking at someone and feeling their presence as well as their pain. It's about honoring that we're all equal. It's about the impact that you can have upon others. It's about recognizing that we need each other in order to thrive. Nobody has ever climbed to the top of the mountain on their own. Dreams don't work unless we do. And if you don't believe it can happen, then how in the hell can you ever expect it to happen? We all suffer in some manner, and no matter what happens or how it happens, we all must find a way to walk on in our lives. Grief comes in many forms, right? You go through a divorce, a relationship fails, a financial crisis, you lose your job, you get a poor medical diagnosis. It's not just death. And I see everybody with an invisible backpack now. And in it is their own suffering. And I think if we could all look at each other with our backpacks on, it'd be a lot better society. So that's what I'm trying to get people to look at it like that, because you're not alone, and we can have more compassion for one another and kindness on this planet.
Why would you say having a purpose in life and a meaning is so important to you now, and finding a purpose through the pain? What does that all mean to you?
Yeah, I think we all crave having a purpose behind the why, right? It's universal. And if you don't have that, you tend to be lost. You tend to be, amiss. Lacking something. And I think, we all probably have stopped at one point or another and said, what gives my life meaning, or what is my purpose? Mark Twain said, the two most important days in life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. And for me, my purpose was always my career, as we talked about earlier, until 2004 when Jake was born.